Welcome back to the van build. Today is a very important day because I'm putting the electrics in finally, and a lot of people have been seeing my build videos and asking why don't I have all the wires in when I've already got the walls and everything done. That's because I'm doing the simplest, easiest, hopefully still great and powerful way of doing my electrics in the van. I wanted to avoid doing electrics. I don't know how to do electrics myself, and my motto for this build has been to just simplify anything I can and just make it easier. So this part of the wardrobe here is going to be for the electrics, and I've actually been living in the van for the last week and I've been away and I've been using this little power bank, the Bluetti. However, I've now upgraded and this is what's going to be powering the whole van, and I'm so excited. And I've got a lot of solar on the roof, so that should keep it going. And yeah, the main thing that I'll be needing to power is the fridge, but hopefully that's a pretty efficient fridge, so it shouldn't take too much power. But the fridge, the lights, and most other things I've made so that they're kind of rechargeable devices, so that they don't need to be constantly wired in. For example, my tap is a rechargeable like little pump, so that just needs kind of charging as and when. It doesn't need to be plugged in all of the time, which is really great. So enough rambling, here is what's going to be powering my whole van. This is what's going to be powering my whole van, and I'm so excited to hook it up and get it all wired in today. A little overview: basically this is the Bluetti AC200Max. It is 2048 watt hour power bank, has all of the ports that you need, plugs and USB and USB-C, whatever this is, little 12 volt port. I think it's called an aviation plug, so if you wanted to, which I might do in the future, wire in a fuse box, that would probably be the best way to do it. And then the standard 12 volt plug, which is what I'm going to be using for the fridge. But yeah, sometimes these are a bit loose, so that's why these ones are better, because they properly screw in. So that's why I might upgrade in the future to a little kind of fuse box, but for now let's just see how it works. So let's see if it fits in the designated home. Oh, what? Absolutely perfect, and it's still got space this side for the inlets and space for ventilation. Now, so all of these wires come with it, so I need this one. Oh, that's two. That is insanely short. Okay, I think I'm gonna need an extension because that is very short. Okay, so as this wire is very short, electrics is going on hold. I'm going to order one from Amazon and hopefully it arrives. I realised I can just get on with wiring the fridge in, and then I'll sort the solar panel connection out another time. So I've got this huge extension for a 12 volt plug which will go into there, and then I'm going to connect it to the fridge. So the fridge came with a positive negative wire, so probably just strip the end of these and then attach them together with, I don't know where it's gone, I've got some heat shrink stuff, so hopefully that's secure enough. Right, I've got my two wires exposed. Right, I've just twisted the wires together, hopefully strong enough, and added some shrink wrap, and now I just need to shrink it, although it's already pretty tight, so I think we're alright. Oh, that's a bit of a burn mark. Right, let's just get the ends here. Okay, they're pretty tight together. Hopefully, I mean, any electrician is probably screaming at me, but that looks alright, doesn't it? Looks pretty secure. The wires are together. Let's see if it works. So I am eventually gonna like drill some holes around the back of the cabinet to put this wire through, but I thought I'd just see if it works first. So let's turn this on. DC on. Okay. Oh, I hear something. The fridge has just kicked in, I can hear it. Oh, we have power! These wires are pretty chunky compared to this one. Is that a problem? Right, I'm not sure what this is set to. Let's take this out. Let's take the instructions out. We are on. What's it saying? Ooh. Freeze. Oh, I see. It's like a scale. Okay, let's go number 2. And I guess I'll close it and just leave it on for a bit. I'm trying to figure out what all of these symbols mean in the fridge. Why have they not written anything? Like, I've just got to decipher the symbols. Oh, that's a different fridge, that side. So I'm looking at this one. So I've got the 50. 3 seconds. Oh, I don't know. We'll just see how cold it is. Right, so I've got the fridge wired in, and I've just used these little like wire hook things and just nailed them through there, drilled the hole through there, and then there's some little hooks so it's under the shelf. I was going to put it on top, and then I was like, well, I may as well just put it under because nothing's going to really get in the way. I could put it a bit tighter, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter. Drill a hole through here, got another hook there, and then it finally comes into here, which is where the power station will be and where all of the wires are going to come into. So I'll be able to make everything a bit neater in there once it's all there. But yeah. So now I'm going to sort out the wire for the lights. I've already had it kind of wired in, but I've just got like wires hanging everywhere, so I need to sort out where to like put them and make it kind of a bit tidier. Okay, lights are all done. You can't really see, but basically they were USB LED strips, and I've just kind of hidden the wires behind here, and like the wires were white, so I covered them in duct tape, which is black. So I don't know if you can see, but it's like hiding behind there and kind of blends in, and they come through to here to a USB splitter, which has got both of them plugged into a USB splitter, and then the wire goes behind all of this. You can kind of just about see it there, but not really. That's the good thing about having the black, is that you kind of just hide everything in the black, and then the wire comes behind this bit here and down through the wardrobe, and it's basically a USB extension, and then into here. So fridge wires are ready, light wires are ready, and the only other thing that I'll use on a daily basis is to charge my phone. Now I'm thinking, because the power station's here and this is the bed slash sofa, what I'm going to do is drill a hole maybe here above this shelf so that it's kind of above this cushion, because what I'll then do is add a shelf here. It'll just be a little tiny shelf, like probably not even that deep, maybe like a spice rack kind of shelf that I can then like rest my phone on whilst it's charging, so it'll be kind of like a bedside table, because I've been using this as a bedside table, but it's obviously going to be the wardrobe. So now I'll basically do the same as I've done with the rest of the wires and make a place for a phone charger. So the last thing I've just drilled holes everywhere basically. I've drilled a hole on this side of the wardrobe for an iPhone cable, and I suppose I could put a couple more cables in there if I've got like a shelf here so that they're kind of hidden away. and that kind of, it does just fit behind there because there's a little gap, so I haven't drilled another hole there, but I've drilled a hole on this shelf, so just put one end through there, the charger, and might put some little cable clips on, but I suppose being able to put it longer or shorter is benefit. And then plug it in, probably into the fast charging USB port. There you go. Then let me get to my phone. Then charge my phone, charging, and it's about 8 watts charging the phone, and that's pretty much it. So this is the lights at night time when it's on. This is, I think, the brightest setting, and then you can kind of dim them down. I will probably like Velcro one of these here so that it's kind of next to the bed, and I've got a few more of these remotes, so I might Velcro one kind of near the door as well if I need to. And the power station is just always on, so the remote will just always work unless it kind of turns off. Right, it's the next day. I've got my solar extension cables, so let's wire it in, and I'm really excited to finally have actual power. And of course, on the day that I choose to put my solar panels in, it's cloudy outside. Right, I annoyingly have to move this whole wardrobe so that I can unscrew a couple of these roof slats and access the hole, because I don't know if it quite fits, so I might need to drill it bigger. So that's a bit of a pain because everything is screwed together, so I've got to unscrew the wardrobe and pull that out so I can access that water palaver. Moment of truth, let's see if I've got to put this into here and then this into the back of here, so that extension might not have even been necessary. Okay, that's connected. This just seems like too many wires. Any particular way this goes? Yes. Okay, it's all plugged in. Oh yeah, we're getting 170 watts. It's pretty cloudy and I've got a lot of bird poo on my solar panels, so I need to clean them off. But at least it's working. Right, all of the wires are coming down through the back of the wardrobe. So this is the solar panel wire, which is now absolutely massively long, but I can tidy that up. So let's plug it back in. And then this is my fridge wire, so let's plug that in now that I've got power. The fridge is on. And then this is my lights. Put that one in there. And then my phone charger. Just put it in with that one. And then that goes up through. Right, so I wanted to give a little update on the solar and how it's performing. It's currently 1 o'clock, so it's kind of peak time for sun really, and I'm positioned directly in the sun, so I've got no shade on the solar. The Bluetti actually wasn't taking in any power just a minute ago when I was about to film this, because it was fully charged, so it was saying 0. But now I've got the fridge running, and I've also plugged in my smaller Bluetti to charge that up, so that's charging. And then we are at, so we're pulling in 220-ish watts from the solar. There is 340 watts on the roof, but it's very unlikely that you'll ever pull the whole amount, so that's not too bad, to be honest. It could be a little bit better, but yeah, we'll see kind of how that goes. They do need a bit of a clean. So yeah, 230 watts coming in from the solar. It's currently pulling 240 for charging this, which it says it's only inputting 200, so there is a bit of a power loss for this huge brick that's charging it. But yeah, the fridge is only taking 41 watts and there's nothing in there, so the compressor is probably running, to be honest. Let's see if it's actually gone cold. There's nothing inside, but it's been on for a few hours, so it should be cooling down. Oh yeah, feels pretty cold. So definitely have to get some stuff and stock that up for the rest of this week. And yeah, pretty impressed with how it's all running so far, but obviously once I start using more devices I'll be able to give more updates on how the power kind of lasts and like how long it goes if it's cloudy and things like that. So obviously we're lucky at the minute with the weather. So yeah, that is my power setup, and I might talk a little bit more about it in a separate video once I've kind of got used to it, tested it out and kind of seen what its limits are. But yeah, that is how I've done all of the electrics in the van. Super simple, super easy, and that's how I wanted to keep it. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next build video.